Children and gaming. Do they ever mix? Yes. Yes, they do. Most of us gamers have been entranced by video games ever since we were youngsters, so it isn't surprising that children of this generation love video games too. But what was back then isn't the same now. Today's world of gaming incorporates many levels of realism, whether they be locations, events, storylines. And now, what were once small 8-bit characters on our SNES or Genesis have now become a facade of real flesh on our screen. It's an incredible triumph for the industry, but with all this realism comes great havoc. Sex and violence have become increasingly apparent in the world of gaming. Nudity, the grimness of war, prostitution, drug dealing, theft, they've all been realistically presented by games. So much so that the non-gamer society has stained the industry with accusations of enabling and nurturing violent behavior in children. And what are we supposed to do? Well, not much really, because everything's already done for us. Now, as a side note, I'd just like to point out that yours truly is not a criminal. I don't plan to harm anyone in a violent manner. I'm not obsessed with AK-47s and the like. I also assume that you, who are watching this as a gamer, feel the same way about yourselves. There is nothing more to be said about this accusation that we, as gamers, have been nurtured by what we love to behave violently on society. And now children come into play. We've all experienced or heard of stories of children playing Call of Duty online, cussing, disrespecting individuals, exuding aggressive behavior, and it's truly concerning. Most console and PC games that present violent and sexual behavior are usually rated mature or adult only. That means anyone who is under 17 or 18 is unable to buy these games at all. So who the heck is buying an 8-year-old Call of Duty? The parents, obviously. Shame on us. These parents need to realize that just like any other forms of media, video games need to be checked for non-violent and non-pornographic content. If little Jimmy wants to play God of War, find out what it's about, find out the rating, find out what other people have said about the game. For more information about that, check out the ESA's video on parental controls. It's actually very educational. Now, I can easily say that for the most part, my generation is not affected by violence and sexual content in video games. Well, the violent part is what I'm emphasizing on. We already know that kids are playing violent games as we speak. Slicing a head off with a samurai sword, headshots in a war zone, with all that realistic bloodshed, a bit traumatizing for someone of such a tender age. So I have a question for you, the viewer of this video. With all the realism in gaming today, is it credible to say that children may be slightly affected by what they see in video games? Could they be influenced by what they see in this media form to act violently upon others? Obama is already funding a lot of money for this research, but I'd like to know your opinion. Let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to reply. Also, I hope you guys had an excellent Valentine's Day. I'm working on a couple of new endeavors this week, so stay updated. You guys can follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Have a wonderful day and game on!